Hey guys, Figurecraft here. Sorry it's been a while, but we finally got another package in the mail. I've already opened it, but I'm going to put it up here and show you what it is. I've opened it to try to check some things, but we got our shipment 9 of Agora models Titanic in the mail. So we're going over that, but before that, I'm going to show you all some stuff coming up on the channel soon. I went to the midnight release of the Tears of the Kingdom at a GameStop. They ended up having a costume contest when I went dressed as Link, and I didn't know it. So I got first place in the costume contest, and for the first place prize. And they also gave me this prize too for first place and for being the first one to show up for the release. They gave me a Explorer's scarf. We'll be going over this later. They gave me an Explorer's scarf. And also for dressing up, they gave me a Tears of the Kingdom armor sleeve. And I had the original edition on pre-order, but they ended up getting in extras, and they asked me if I wanted a collector's edition. And I said yes. It cost me about $130, but I did actually end up securing a collector's edition. So that'll be coming up later. And also for pre-ordering the game, I got the wooden plaque from GameStop. And then the last thing that I got was the Tears of the Kingdom amiibo. I've been playing the game non-stop, and there's a lot to do. I ain't going to ruin anything, but there's a lot to do. I love it so far. But anyway, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get over the Titanic right fast. So we're going to basically look at 45, and we're going to basically do a part checklist like we always do. Make sure everything came in the box and we're not missing anything. So our first one is 45. So, like I said, I've already opened up 45, so I'm going to go ahead. That's not it. So I'm going to go ahead and open it back up here. And I have verified and checked that everything came in this one, because but with these paper slips, like I've said, I do not trust these little paper slips. But our first piece that we have is the piece of the wooden deck that's going to go on the next part of the deck. So we've got that piece in here. And this right here, I've opened. And what I've done is I've taken all the little parts and I have put them in Ziploc baggies that I have. Because like I said, I do not trust them laying around there. But this has got the davits and the little rope pieces that attach the lifeboats. And then we got a winch in there. But I did not trust just leaving those out in this little paper bag, because like I said, these little baggy things, I do not trust them. I like the little Ziploc bags, but I do not trust these little paper bags. And then also right here we got our first 2 lifeboats. That's the name of this book, is the first 2 lifeboats. And then we got our 2 lifeboats in this one. And we also got our covers for our lifeboats. I think they call them tarpaulins. Tarpaulins or something like that. They just snap on. But we got our first 2 lifeboats and our covers. Our first 2 covers. So give me a few seconds here to get these back in. And there's a davit right there I'm seeing. Where'd that come from? Okay, so now we're going to have to do a parts check, because a loose davit is here. There's a loose davit right there. So let me check to see how many davits we're supposed to have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's supposed to be 7 davits here. So let me get these davits out and we're going to count them. There's supposed to be 7 davits here. So there's 1. And there's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Okay, all 7 davits are here. I think what happened was while I opened it up earlier and I was laying them in the book and then put them in the baggie, I forgot that one in the book. So, crisis averted. Thank God nothing's missing. So yeah, put that back in there. And then what did I do with the other pack? I'm doing good. Is it still? Oh, okay, it's still in there. Never mind. Now I'm just going to put these back in their box. And this is the only box I've checked. So, that was issue 45. Issue 45 is good. We are now going to find issue 46. Let me grab these little baggies that I've got left over because I've got a feeling we're going to need them. I got a feeling we are going to need them. Okay, so that box I had earlier was probably 46. Yeah, it is. So, we're going to open up 46 just to get it open. And then I'm going to close 45's book and set it to the side. Because in this shipment we got from 45 up to 50. Okay, 46. And the parts that we're supposed to have in 46 is a mirror version of 45. So, opening up the box, we're going to check. Look at that. Lifeboat covers already fell out of the box in this one. Yeah, that right there, that came open. That's why I'm worried. That came open. This one we're really going to have to check thoroughly, making sure we're not missing any parts. So if I turn this way, this is the correct deck piece. I'm going to go ahead and get these lifeboats and things. I'm really hoping there ain't nothing missing in here. That's why I do not like these little paper bags. And it's all little. Maybe hopefully the thing that came loose was just the lifeboat things. Which I'm lucky. The only thing that came loose was the bag that was carrying the lifeboats. So the lifeboats are here. Put these back where they're supposed to go. And yeah, that tape that was holding that bag together gave way. So now it's with me. I'll keep an eye on that. The number one thing you want to worry about is this one right here. This has all your small little bits. And I mean small. So I'm going to dump them out into my hand. Nothing else is in there. And you can see there's all the little parts in my hand. Okay, so the first thing we're going to make sure, we got to make sure that we got 4 cable ropes for the lifeboats. And that will be these little things right here. You got to make sure you got 4 of these. So, let me just set these there. Let me close my hand. Let me open up one of these little empty screw bags. Because I'm going to need this. And I'm going to transfer the 4 cable ropes into this bag while I count them. Okay, so we got 1 here. Here's 2. Yeah, I would highly advise you to do this if you're getting it from the Agora models, or, you know, Hachette, whichever one you're getting it from. I would advise you do this. Check to make sure you have everything. Okay, there's 3. That's 3 cable ropes found so far. And 4. There's 4 cable ropes. Okay, so we have 4 of them check. We need to have 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to have 4 of the davit support bases. So these things, we got to make sure we got 4 of these. Which there's 3. And there's 4. Okay. So we got 4 of the davit bases. So I'm going to throw these. Close my hand up. I'm going to throw these in here with the cable ropes. And then the last thing I'm going to throw in there with the cable ropes is the winch. Okay, we got a winch and a bench in this one. Okay, so there's the winch. We got the winch check. What about the bench? Okay, I found the bench. We have the little tiny bench. But yeah, we got the little tiny bench. So, put that to the side. I'm going to set these davits out of my hand down here in the book. So, that's a good to go. Now I'm going to get a bag for the davits. And then I'll count how many davits. The last one we needed to have 7 davits. This one is probably the same. We probably got to have 7 davits. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. So here's 1 and 2 davits. So that's 2. 3 and 4. That's 4. 5 and 6. Okay, we're good there. And then, of course, last but not least, 7. So, it looks like all the parts came in this box. It was a little bit iffy where those lifeboat covers came open. But we're good here. All parts are accounted for. So, now I'm going to put these little baggies back in here. And we're going to close that up. We're going to put those back in the box. And then close the box. So that's 45 and 46 checked. Let me look for 47. So, book 47. And I got to find box 47. Is it a big box? Is it a small box? What is it? Okay. It's a big rectangle box. So, I found 47. I'm going to open up the book to 47's parts. Okay. So it looks like we got a bunch of vents in here. So I am going to get a baggie and put the vents into the baggie. Any loose pieces are going into a baggie. I'm pretty sure you all don't blame me. Just like this right here. We have our first reflective sticker. That's going into a baggie. And they send us a baggie with this one with the screws. See, they're still sending us the baggie with the screws. And then they're sending us these little paper envelopes with their pieces. And I'm not too keen on that. I mean, I'm pretty sure for some people it's okay, which that's okay. But for me, it worries me. And then right here we have our decking, and we got some bubbling in the decking because of how it, was shipped and came in. So that's okay though. We will be fully attaching this down to this with wood glue, Gorilla wood glue I use. But anyway, you have your big old decking piece we got, and you have your decking that goes onto that big piece. So when this gets Gorilla wood glued down, I won't have to worry about these bubbles. So that's all good to go. I know those pieces are in there. That's a check. So I'll put this back in the box. Now, our small pieces are going to be most likely in this thing. So we're just going to check all of our pieces. Make sure they're all here, and then we're going to bag them up. Which you can see we got a lot of vents. A lot of vents. So I'm getting a bag. And we got to make sure that we got 3 of these curve vents, it looks like. Yeah. 3 of these vents that have a curve to them. I'm looking at the images in the book. But 3 of these... dropped one, sorry. 3 of these that have a curve. We gotta make sure we have those. I'm going to get this bag open. And I'm going to drop those 3 vents that have a curve into the bag. Just like that. Okay, there's some more vents that looks like they have a curve too, so there's got to be 2 more with a curve. So, okay, yeah. 2 more with a curve. So 2 more curve vents going in the bag. Now we need 1 that looks like almost like a winch in a way. Okay. This one right here that looks almost like a winch. And it's got a little vent on it. We need that one. And we need 2, looks like cowl vents. So, these right here. These 2 cowl vent looking ones. Now, I'm pretty sure all of this ain't going to fit in the bag. I'll try to fit what I can. So, yeah, that's the limit on this bag. But that's those vents in one bag. And I'm going to have to find another bag. So, give me a few seconds here. I know how to get another bag. I got to get my container. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take a whole lot of the extra bag of screws and take some screws out of that bag and make more empty bags available. So we got a whole lot of AM screws. And we're just going to pile all the AM screws into one bag. That's how we're going to do this. So, just give me a few seconds here while I transfer all the AM screws to one bag. But this is how I make sure that I have bags to put my parts in. I just transfer all of the screws out of these bags and into one bag. And that's what we're going to do. So, getting this open. This is now an empty bag. Grab this screw, put it into the bag with them screws. Gotta do this 3 more times. Just let me get this up here to my face so I can see it. Sorry, y'all. Oh, it took this shipment a while to come in. It kept getting delayed. Throw that in there. We got 2 more to go. Okay, there's 2 screws in this one. So, throwing all these 2 screws back into the screws with these. We got 1 more bag. But you saw from that container, I don't just have a bunch of AM screws. I got a bunch of CMs and EMs, all that. I got plenty of bags. We get extra bags when we get more screws. So, yeah. Okay, that's all the AM screws in this bag now. So I'm going to put those there. And we have a total of 4 empty bags. So I'm going to put that one little vent that was left, that couldn't fit in with the others, into this bag. And going back to our parts check, we got to make sure that we have two vents that look like this, which we do. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. Get them in the best I can. And then I'm going to seal the bag. And there we go. There. Now all these parts in this one are in a bag. I am going to get a bag for this sticker. Let me see the sticker. So. We'll try this one. I dropped the bag. Come on. Sticker's going to be stubborn with me at first. There we go. The sticker is now in a bag. So, okay, we got 2 bags left now. So, we're doing good. I'm going to now go ahead and put all this back into this paper bag. But all of those parts are now in a Ziploc bag secured, and we also have the sticker secured. So now we're going to close this back up. And that was 47. This is probably going to be a 2-part video, but we'll get it done. Okay, now we're going to 48. Which, looking at 48, is our grand staircase. We got a lot of work to do with this grand staircase. So 48 is most likely the biggest box that came in here. No, that's 49. Okay, I'll try this next big box. That's 50. It has to be this one then. That's 48. Okay. Hopefully there's nothing, you know, too major in here that can be lost. I'm going to open up this little thing right here, see what's in here. And then figure out if I'm putting it into a bag or not. Quite a few little parts in here, so yeah, they are going into a bag. First of all, we have these things are used for the bulkhead wall of the inside of the wheelhouse. You can see the detail in that. I'm going to be painting all this. We got the clock. That is the grand staircase clock. So, most of this stuff ain't going to fit in these bags. Let me see. I might be able to fit that in there. Number one things I want to get in is the parts that's loose. So I'm going to try this wall. If the wall don't go, we'll do something else. The wall ain't going to go, so we'll do something else. But we are going to put these little things that have to be screwed to the wall. We are going to put those in a bag. So these wall pieces will be okay. They're big enough. So I'm going to insert that, insert that. Those parts have been checked off. I am going to look at the grand staircase. So here's our grand staircase. I'm going to be doing a lot of painting to this to fix it up the way I want it to look. And then here is a wall piece that goes into the grand staircase. Not going to fully push it in because I don't want to get it stuck. But there is our grand staircase. And I am going to be doing a lot of work to this staircase. So that's a check. The grand staircase is checked. We got a LED circuit board, which my LED circuit board looks bent. The number one thing we want to make sure, though, do these, you know, lights work. So, hang tight for a minute, and I've got to dig out my tester, because those do have to be tested. With that board bent, I want to test that. Let me find my AAAs. This is a high, big-time thing I'd recommend you all doing when you get your shipments in. Test your stuff. Make sure everything's okay. I found the tester. I'm going to grab the little socket. I'm going to barely insert it into the tester. If I can get it to go. There we go. And then I'm going to grab this part, which it's probably not marked. So I'll have to look through the instructions a bit to see where to hook this, because I don't want to hook it into the wrong socket and blow the lights. Where does it tell me to plug the cord? Well, according to the other ones and the last ones, we've plugged the cord in the very last socket, so I'm going to try that because it ain't telling me. You see that? I think this one's got a short. Let me look down here. Okay, it's good. All lights are working, so we're good. Test complete. We just had to make sure that that board worked. Okay. So we got everything checked so far, and then the last thing that's checked to see if we have it is the screws, which these are CP screws. So yeah, everything's here. Everything's good to go. Circuit board, I wish that didn't, you know, get bent like that, but hopefully it'll straighten out when we snap it into the ship. Oh, those circuit boards can be a pain snapping in. Here is the staircase. And then the pieces that goes into the box. Set the book over to the side. That's everything in that box. So we got that one. That was 48. 49 I had earlier. 49 is this biggest box. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. Then I'm going to open up 49. We'll go over the books at a later date. This is the aft section of the boat deck. Okay, so opening it up, we are greeted with 2 more deck pieces, which looks like they got bent, which they did, they got bent, but they'll straighten out when I get them put down. This is new. Just the paper sitting over it. Okay, here's our big old last end. So what we'll do here for a test, we will figure out where this goes. Okay, I think the first piece goes right here. Yeah, it goes farther to the back, so that one's going to go there. You want to make sure that your pieces are not the same pieces and they are the right pieces that will go down. So these are the right